Welcome, this is Math 10 A&W with Mr. Sandhu. We're on page 76 of your Mathworks 10 workbook. We're in chapter 2.1, and this is example number 2. Is that better? All right. So example 2, change the mixed numeral 2 3/4 to an improper fraction. This again is review that you guys have been doing, for a couple years, but it's critical to succeeding in this chapter, so let's cover it. The way that I prefer to do this, slightly different than what you're seeing in front of you. I'm going to keep this pretty simple. I'm going to say that, and I'm going to rewrite it bigger so you can see it, but we've got 2 3/4, and we want to turn it to an improper fraction. The reason this is important is because if you're going to add fractions together, sometimes it's really obvious how to add a fraction like 2.5 plus 2.5. That's really easy to do. The half and the half is a whole. The 2 and the 2 is 4. So you have 4 plus a whole, you're at 5. 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5. It's easy, but you get into situations like this right here, say 2 7/8 plus 9 13/16, where it may not be as obvious how that's going to go about. So you might want to convert both of these into improper fractions. That's one of the steps. So this is just a part of a bunch of other things that you might have to do. That's why it's important, okay? So 2 3/4, let's turn this to an improper. I'm going to multiply the bottom with the whole number, and I'm then going to add the numerator, and I'm going to put that all over the denominator. So it looks like this. I would say this equals 2 times 4, and then add the 3, and it's going to be all over top of 4 when I'm done. So it's the big number times the denominator, then add the 3, and put it all over 4. So on the next line, 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. So 11/4 is our answer. All right? Now there is a bit of a snag here, and I'm going to show it to you. I don't know whether you're going to encounter it, but watch what happens. Let's use something really obvious. Let's use -2 1/2 and try this strategy and watch what happens. Okay? I mean, I know that -2 1/2 should equal -5/2. It should. Because 2 goes into 5 2.5 times, and it's a -5, so it's -2 1/2. That's what it should end up with. Watch what happens if we use this previous strategy. It's going to glitch out on us here. So I'm going to take the equals. I'm going to go this times this, and then I'm going to add the top in and put it all over 2. So -2 times 2, add the top, the 1, put it all over 2. This is not going to work because -2 times 2 is -4. And there's still a +1. -4 plus 1 is -3. Doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Or what could I do to make sure it works next time? Yes? You're ignoring the negative. Yeah, absolutely. When you want to do this, when there's negative numbers involved, be careful. You need to ignore that negative. So I'll try it again, and I'll say -2 1/2 is the same as, and let's put the negative on the outside. It's going to be this 2 multiplied, this added in. Okay? So let's go 2 times 2 plus 1 all over the denominator of 2. Because the negative's on the outside now, it's not going to get involved until we're done with all of these operations. So 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5 over 2, and then there's a negative there. Good call, Sky. All right. So just watch out for that is all I'm saying. Because I've had a lot of students in the past get really frustrated with no matter what they do, they can't get it right. So that's my best way of doing that. Okay? There you go.